All right, game number 2. Here we are, Gretna versus Blair at Blair. The Blair Bears.
Number 15, Brody Carl.
I'm Jeff Haddon.
This is Brett Bickley, your play-by-play and color commentator here tonight in the Bears den.
We are in the Bears
den. Head coach is Manny Maldonado.
Second game for head coach Tyler Ortley. He knocked off Elkhorn.
At 1-0, I believe Gretna's 12th in the point standings after that win. So, Jeff, we're always keeping an eye on that.
5-1 win, victory over Elkhorn, and here we are. Overcast Monday evening. Temperatures are in the low to mid 40s. It's damp. It's a bit chilly, but it's perfect to play a little football on the pitch.
And just a little note for our listeners: the bathrooms are closed here, so if you're headed to the ballpark, we suggest stopping at a local establishment along the way and taking care of business.
Great advice. He's not the best, sideline guy in the business for nothing, folks. So Gretna is wearing all white. Numbers on the front as well as the back. New uniforms this year. And as you can see, a vast number of subs there on the bench just in case.
And we line it up here tonight. Gretna will be headed there on the south side, defending the south goal. They'll be moving south to north offensively, and should look to have a good start here. Second game usually improve a lot. Let's see what the Dragons have in store for us, Jeff.
Just a little update. We are not able to get the nearest flag for corner kicks on both sides of the field. So just a little FYI on that.
You have to use your imagination on that one, folks. Dragons take possession on the opening kickoff. They maintain it.
I anticipate a really physical game. Typically, Blair has not been a team that has given us much trouble in past years, and it can at times get a little chippy. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Right off the bat, I don't see a lot of big changes from game 1 as far as starters. Brett, do you?
Nope. No changes, no position changes. Dragons look like they did last Thursday. Ortley choosing to go with this lineup and starters again.
Got the first game jitters out of the way.
It is damp out there. We've got about 3 or 4 players wearing gloves.
And we are playing on a natural surface. It is a football field, so you know that coming out of winter and not having much time to prepare to get the field in soccer condition, that's going to be one of those type of things that the players are going to, on both teams, are going to have to adjust with the bounces and whatnot.
The Dragons are really holding possession here on the offensive half. Drive it in there now.
Looking for that corner, and we get the first corner. So senior John Cover, number 9, goes over to attempt.
This is his specialty. He's done it since he's been a freshman.
Ben Bickle, senior also. Oh, he kicks it long, gets over the top, looking for Zach Voss.
He found a head but couldn't get it in there. Fibbich with the bounce back off the keeper's hands, and Fibbich will fight for it, working it in there. Across, Cover's got a chance, and a volley shot goes high and long.
Actually, Cover had some time there to probably can take a little bit of time to control that first ball, but first shot on goal goes a little wide or over the top. Again, Gretna showing great poise and pressure.
Speaking of control, you want to control that speed on the way home. Saw a few Smokies on my way over here today.
Yeah, I saw a few po-pos myself. We'll have to get the up in the sky bird view from
Trooper Dave.
I think it's going to be on site. Oh, unfortunate there. Throw into the Bears.
I don't think the Bears have touched the ball in our half here, Jeff. Much at all.
And they just did.
And
Throw
it
in.
off and go to our side.
Let's look at the defense for the Bears. It looks like they are stacking it in with a four-man backfield, and it appears to be a 4-2-2-2. Is that right?
Looks like it. It's kind of like that Buddy Ryan Bear defense.
Yeah. Different football, though, my friend.
Different football. Touche.
One of the things I like to see out of the nice shot. Second shot on goal. Again, over the top. One thing I would like to see out of the Dragons tonight is a better possession. I'd like to see them possess the ball, a couple dribbles, get the ball off their foot, and move the ball quicker from side to side, and then, of course, moving forward.
Yes. We'd like to go forward with it.
Blair throw in.
Dragons had a couple opportunities here early. Let's see if they can generate again.
Jake Cover wanted that ball, number 6, younger brother of John. And again, another Gretna throw in. Hadden to take it.
Hadden, the big junior out of West Gretna.
Nice throw in. Don't appear to have any ball boys out there. Brett, maybe your boys could earn a nickel down there chasing those balls.
Might. They just might.
For those of you just joining in, we will get you a Tyler Ortlieb dress code update momentarily.
We will. We will. For those on the East Coast that just finished Downton Abbey, welcome to the broadcast.
Happy to have you. Nice little give and go.
Give and go, and there it comes in. Cedar Moyer had an opportunity. Let's see if he can.
Oh, unfortunate. Blair throw in.
The Blair Bears. You kind of wonder how they get that name, the Bears. Did this part of the country have bears back in the day? I mean, Lewis and Clark. I suppose they could have met some bears up yonder this direction.
I just think there's no real theory to it. It's probably just started with a B and ended with a B. There's a shot on goal, right on target. Didn't Bickle down on the count. He gets up gingerly, and he's running it off.
Ricocheted off there, out of bounds.
This, folks, is where I'm telling you we're having a little issues getting video of. So please be patient. We are having technical difficulties.
There's very few ideal press boxes for our production needs.
There's a Gretna throw in, just to let you know, and Zach Voss clears it midfield, and it goes out of bounds to the Bears. Not sure if the snack bar is open, but if it is, I think at halftime I've always enjoyed the Blair snack bar.
Yep, they're known for their jumbo all-beef hot dogs.
And they're long. They're long dogs.
They are. They are the real deal. You can get those with sauerkraut or Chicago style.
And new this year, chili.
Yes, I look forward to that. Matter of fact, I may come up here a couple nights a week just to, when they have their games, just to see if I can get into that stand and get some of those hot dogs myself.
Why wouldn't you?
That's what I call good eating.
Good grub. Back to the field. Again, Gretna controlling the ball. Kind of having their way right now with them. Although the score is still zeros.
The Dragons have threatened a few times. Just a matter of time before they break through here. And Jeff, just to give you an update, it looks like Tyler's donning his Nike pants, the tapered look, his soccer short, his soccer pants, with his gray pullover, also a Nike product. Those both look to be slim fit, by the way.
Why wouldn't they be, Brett?
A matter of fact, they could be skinny. I mean, this, and he's got the body to pull that off. For you young ladies at home, he's the type of guy you're looking for.
Somebody's wearing capris over there, or damn near capris. I'm not sure. Maybe that might be Cade Hollendeck. That's Cade Hollendeck, who played, about 5-6 years ago. Brett Bickle with the shot. Oh, and just wide left.
Good effort there.
Didn't quite have the shimoli on that.
Yeah, just a bit outside.
Just a bit. It is a corner kick to the Dragons.
We'll have to paint this one for you verbally because I'm not sure you can get that shot.
I can't get the shot. I will tell you that John Cover is approaching the flag with the ball. Ben Bickle is coming in tight with him. Whether they'll go short or not, I don't know.
They do. Short
Bickle with the ball. Bickle driving in. Slightly loses it.
Oh, good effort there by Cedar Moyer. Can't quite put it in. It goes right, far right.
I believe Bickle actually attempted that. They had a little miscommunication. Back to the coach on the slim fit.
Yeah, Orley looks good over there tonight.
He looks confident.
His brother Tyler looks a little chilly. Not able. I don't know if he can pull the skinny. I mean, he might, but he's got the big coat on, so we can't see. We can't see his post-winter look yet. Haddon with a nice save there, out of bounds.
Fans get a little alley down there.
Yeah.
To quote a fan from Blair, they push, we push. Okay.
Yeah. That's American. That's American spectators when it comes to soccer, folks.
Pushy, pushy.
Pushy, pushy.
Blair with the throw-in. Nice deep
What a
throw-in.
big throw-in. That was as long as those hot dogs at the snack stand.
Blair's first attempt at goal.
At the goal. It looked to be didn't have too much of a threat, but they're in the area there. Frankie's going to be on his toes. I hate to have a game like this where you've been so dominant and then give one up easily like that.
Not a lot of mustard on that ball. Not like you would get on one of the Blair concession stand hot dogs.
Not at all. Jeff, do you know if that's a Dijon mustard or is that just
It's a honey Dijon.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
All right now Blair is testing. They're testing the Dragons.
They've made some tweaks, it appears.
They've obviously seen some game film.
And the Dragons will come out of the back. Haddon pushes it down that right sideline, intercepted, now back to Gretna. And Slippy goes patchy. Cover receives, and he's sliding around. Dragons come out with it now. The Bears are tightening down the space, making it a little difficult for Dragons to move the ball like they're accustomed to.
It's interesting. They're actually running appears to be a 4-3-1 at times. A 4-3. A 4-3-2-1. Heavily defense. Nice cross. Fibbage. Why not?
Big hit.
Big hit. So the goalkeeper for Blair today is Ryan Brunkhorst. He is a 12th grader, a big tall kid, number 1. Stands about 6'2" or 3", I would say. Has a decent foot from what I can see. At times.
That one picked off by Gretna on the goal kick, and let's see if they can make hay here. Fimich has space. Lindsay down the side, into Moyer.
Through his legs.
Nice little run on goal.
That's okay.
The Bears are scrambling again on their heels back there on defense. I think if Gretna can get that first one, maybe break through with the second, it'll
Open some things up.
open some things up and kind of break the back a little bit of the Bears.
Throw in from Lindsay to Bickle. Over to John Cover. Sends a cross ball. Basically a ball on goal. Counts as a shot. A lot of talk coming from the Dragons. That's what the coaches want. Want communication out there.
Nice work there defensively for the Dragons. Over in the middle. He likes to do something with it. Adam Bickle's got space. He'll carry. Down the side.
It's going to be Blair's ball. Yeah, outside on that right defensive back is Colin Malese, sophomore. Played quite a bit last year. At times started. Shows a lot of promise. Still a young team. Only losing one senior last year. Oh, goalie was out.
Yep.
A lot of pressure.
The Dragons are making some nice runs here. They need to get rewarded for that here shortly. I feel a goal soon.
Well, that's a trip. Oh, unfortunate. Ref was about to call that on Blair for a trip, but decides to go the other way a few seconds later. Slight dive. Right idea, just not enough on it. Over to Cover. Back to Cover. Colin Malese making a slight run on that right side. Over to Bickle.
And misses that shot, just a miss hit there. Dragons will keep it. Cover, working it.
John Cover's the quarterback of that team for sure. He most likely directs everything on the offensive side.
And the Bears sky that one out of bounds.
We've got our first substitute of the game. We've got Jake Cover leaving, and coming in for is Zapata.
Jaron Zapata. The junior forward out of Central Gretna.
Very fast. Getting some fresh legs in there. I'm going to give Jake just a few minutes break, and probably Tyler's got a few things maybe just to what he's seen to discuss with him. Bickle with a nice move. Nice little give and go it looked like there. Bickle back with the ball. Cleared by Blair. Out of bounds. Ball to the Dragons. Had to throw it in. Unfortunate. Off Zapata's knee, out of bounds, ball to the Bears. .22.5 minutes left in the first half. We are still scoreless. Haddon trying to make something happen. Brett Bickle, one-man wrecking machine out there, does a nice job to avoid the touch and once again throw into the Dragons. Crossed by Bickle. Out of bounds. Kicked out by the Bears, and Colin Malese throws it in to John Cover, number 9, midfielder. Zach Voss pushes up from the defense.
Big hit in there.
Zapata's going to take it. Why not?
Bibic gave it a chance, deflected, nearly went in.
What a nice spin on that. And a nice recovery by the goalie, Brunkhurst, to make that save.
Big high kick and make it to midfield. They'll fight for it there, and Zach Voss will head it back over into the Gretna offensive half. Bickle to Fibic. Fibic up in there to Zapata. Shot, and looks like they're going to award a corner on that.
They are. Last touch by a Blair defenseman. Zapata made a nice run. It was a great pass where it allowed him to run onto the ball.
Speaking of corners, when I was a youngster, I'd like to have the corners cut off my grilled cheese sandwiches, Jeff.
Did you? Yeah, I like the crust. I'm a big crusty kind of a guy.
Well, my mom always said to put hair on your chest.
I did do that. Nice. Nice attempt by
Nearly in
Voss.
there, Voss.
It was a good cross by Bickle. Voss and Haddon, the two tallest players on the team, were there.
That's a smart play. Ortlieb, on those set pieces, knows what he wants to do.
One thing that's interesting, I was always baffled last year why there was only one of the two center backs up for corners, and there's two tall guys on your team. You'd think you'd want those up there, showing their size.
Yeah, different philosophies, different staffs. Voss will go back to Frankie.
One of the first touches he has of the game. Nice little cross. I will say, Frankie played a lot of field back in his younger days and was quite successful. Was actually quite a scorer. And so he does recognize things that go on in the field, being a field player himself, not always a goalie. A little lowering on the shoulder to Zapata, but you know what? Rubbin's racing, Cole. Bickle, feeling it. Zach Voss making a nice step up.
And just continues to press here.
Didn't quite see that. How about you, Brett?
I didn't see much at all there. I believe that could have been a makeup call for what he thought potentially Zapata earlier, about 30 seconds prior, which wasn't a foul at all. But sometimes that happens in this sport.
Wonder why they don't have cheerleaders on soccer games. Any idea?
It's a great question.
I'd like to see a little bit of rah-rah. A few pom-poms now and then. That never hurt anybody.
It didn't. I think as the sport gains popularity, it'll be a possibility.
I mean, you see cheerleading in hockey, for crying out loud.
This is not a capacity crowd here tonight at Bear Stadium.
I think the frigid weather, not quite frigid, but it is a little damp, moist.
Yeah. Let's turn a few away. They do have the lights on here now. Casting a few shadows and lighting up the field now.
Not a lot of expansion going to be planned for this high school. If you look directly behind the stands in front of us, there happens to be whoa, the goalie's coming out. Oh, and it's free ball. It's a free ball. Unfortunate. Yeah, if you look out there to, I guess that would be the east. Nothing but gravestones, Brett.
Yeah, it's a cemetery. And, it's pretty common. Soccer fields and cemeteries go hand in hand, Jeff.
Well, we're all going to be there someday. Some of us sooner than later.
Yep. So they're a little bit landlocked unless they decide to
poltergeist it.
Yeah, or build up on top. I don't know what folks would think of that, families with folks over there, but they are landlocked. And to the south, they could potentially go south, I suppose. I don't know what the enrollment is in this town or how fast they're growing. judging by the stands, it's a steady pace, but nothing like Gretna and Elkhorn and Bennington. I think Bennington is an up-and-comer in Class B.
I would agree with that. Yeah, Blair was always, back in my day, and we're talking back in the 80s, Blair was always very, very competitive in all their sports. Of course, you know, you had Dana College back here at that time. There seemed to be a little bit more businesses and things going on. I'm not sure there is a lot of growth in Blair.
I think they may have seen their glory days, and now they're just kind of holding steady. Anchored by Woodhouse.
No doubt about that. Zapata with a karate kick.
Yes.
Nate Fibbage moving up the right side.
They're letting him run with that. He's just carrying it.
Over to Zapata, to the quarterback, John Cover, who's going to take just a little peck at it.
A little peck.
Yeah.
Like a chicken does early in the morning when the sun's coming up, out there doing a little bit of pecking.
15 and a half minutes left. Again, no score here at, and push in the, on Brett, on the freshman.
Cedar Moyer.
Cedar Moyer got a little pushy there in the front. No call.
Moyer, the junior, who I don't believe played last year. He decided, I don't know if that was due to injury or him being in club.
He's a sophomore.
Oh, a sophomore, check that.
Bickle's out. Jake Cover in. So Tyler is going to the bench and subbing his runners, keeping people fresh. And Blair is definitely on their heels, Brett.
They're on their heels. And we're going to have another corner kick now for the Dragons.
I'll give you a little play-by-play since you can't see the flag. Looks like Zapata wants to take it, with John Cover, about the 10-yard line here. Ooh, a nice attempt.
Nice. Hadn't got on that one, but couldn't quite put it away.
Throw in Dragons over to Nate Fibbage. Nice long throw. Over across the field to John Cover, making some moves. Looks for a cross in the middle to Zach. Voss still working with it.
And the Dragons continue to press here, trying to break through.
You got to think that they're going to get one here soon.
Now we're under 14 minutes. Tick-tock, tick-tock in the first half.
Don't know the numbers here.
Caden Ruff.
Okay. Freshman. Showing his presence here. Sending it back to the backfield to regroup. Up to Ruff.
Nice little move.
Over to Fibbage. Lindsay's running up the left side. Keeping the ball on the right-hand side. Up to Jake Cover. Dancing with it a little bit. Looking and seeing what he's going to do. Over to Lindsay. Slightly loses it for a second. Regains. It's out. And ball to the Blair Bears. Blair throwing once again on the attack.
Trying to attack here. They think they have a chance.
Gives the fans a little.
It's going to be.
Gives the fans a little bit to cheer about.
The Dragons not afraid to mix it up out there. And they'll need that as they head into districts against Class A competition.
I'm not afraid to mix it up myself, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. I can do it on a Saturday night at the disco.
In the grassy knoll. Nice ball.
That was very nice.
Cleared.
Dragons clear it.
Number 20 for Blair. Who is that? He's showing some fairly...
Caden Anderson, a freshman, a big, strong freshman.
And he's showing his presence out there.
He's got what I like to call moxie.
Voss and Lindsay both down. A foul is called against the Bears.
And that was fortunate for the Dragons because we were
They had numbers.
We had open field behind him with our 2 players down.
You sense a little bit of maybe a frustration by the Dragons right now. They just got to settle down. It's going to come. Just keep playing your game. Continue to
Do what you do.
Yeah. White to white. Nice clean passes. Move the ball. Couple touches, pass. Couple touches, pass. Waiting for Lindsay to get off the field. We had a substitute come in.
Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half.
That's Colin Malese coming in for, who was previously on the right side. He's moved now to the left outside back. David Fibbage, DeCover, Jake Bean, and a trickle shot on him. Again, not getting a lot of strength on those shots yet.
No. And this is typical soccer, Jeff. You look at a game like this, and the Dragons dominant, out-possessing, out-shooting by a significant margin, but yet there's no points on the board. And that's the thing about soccer. You can love it and hate it. You love it if you're playing a better team. You hate it if you're the team that should be winning.
Oh. Yeah, you know, that's one thing, and it's early. We got to stress it. It's really early in the season. But coming off that win, we had, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking the stats are like 21 shots on goal.
And we're on our way to at least that here.
So our average will definitely need to improve as the season goes on. And we got to show improvement in every game. A lot of game left here. Down to just under 9 minutes left in the first half. No score. Fibbage decides to take a shot.
That was a good hit. Tell you what, when we have numbers forward, I think I know the Bears are they're basically here to defend tonight. They have as many as 8 players back there.
Well
defending.
said.
I mean, there's.
You know, I think we need to. The last several shots have been taken from about the 30 and 40.
They were good looks.
They had velocity on them. That particular shot, I think they had 3 other guys that, you know, they could have pressed a little bit further into the box.
Yeah.
Short kick by Bronkworth.
And the Bears just can't quite possess it. Don't have the numbers for it. Great job by Ruff there, the freshman. He's got moxie.
He does.
And you can't coach that. Nice little cross pass, and Warner on the deflection gets it.
Scrappy player.
Puts it back inside.
Nice move. Nice move. Oh. I'm thinking maybe if he might have, on that slide tackle, if he might have gone down, they may have called that.
Very possible. And
Substitution.
Looks like we have Ben Bickle back in the game for the last 7 minutes of the first half.
He is replacing Micah Bernal,
The sophomore.
that's French, I believe.
And He, the former Thomas Elementary student.
Oh,
We got a little grabby.
don't stare him down now. Let him go. That's it.
We're getting a little bit of chirpy out of the stands here. The Bears. Just like in the wilderness, if a bear get between a bear and its cub, they get a little angry, and we got that going on over here.
We do. Remind me to tell you at halftime, I got a good bear joke.
Love to hear it.
Stay tuned, folks. Not exactly, it's not rated R, but I'm going to say it's PG-13. It's totally suitable for high school young men. Zapata could have used his left foot on that, I think.
Cross inside. Jake Cover's going to make a run. Can't get there. Heads up play by the keeper, and he's getting worked tonight. He's getting worked out. He's probably one of the only Blair Bears that's actually hot.
Hot in temperature-wise, or are you saying?
Yeah, I'm going to go temperature-wise.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that
it
there
is 2019. I know that means some different things. It's usually a verb used to describe fellas like me and you, but temperature is what I'm talking about there.
Speak for yourself, Brad. I'm way past my prime, my friend. Nice ball. And a nice poke at it at Bickle.
And now the Dragons throwing it in here. We're under, just near 5 minutes.
And they're pressuring. They're getting ready to pressure.
They want that goal.
Throw in by Malizi over to John Cover, number 9, one of the captains on this team.
Moyer, now Jake.
Nice attempt.
Ben
Bickle's wide open. He's going to press. You know he's going to push it. Nice little cross. Oh my goodness.
Nearly.
What an attempt.
Nearly.
Nicely done. We got another substitute coming in.
This is
Patrick Long's coming back into the game. It looks like he's coming in for Ruff.
Oh, Ruff, the freshman Ruff, out of the game.
Getting some good minutes.
He got some good minutes.
You're sensing some urgency on Gretna right now. They're wanting it. They want to go in with at least a goal at halftime. Nate Fibbage thinks about it, presses it, sends it in. Over to Patchy, back to Fibbage. Could have been called as a push. Didn't get the call, and it's another goal kick.
Just under 4 minutes now. Tick tock, Jeff.
This game brought to you by
Swanson Frozen Meals. Get your food on with Swanson. Available at local Hy-Vees, Hinky Dinkies, Pomidas, and Shopgoes.
Not for long with the Shopgoes. They're closing those out, closing those stores down. But
It's a great time to get some Salisbury steak then, Jeff.
I'm a big fan of the chicken dumplings. Off the head of the Blair defender. Colin Leasy to throw the ball in. There he is, over to Zach Voss.
Back to Gretna. They
just so skillful. Oh my goodness.
That has to be something. Nope.
He's going to give him a warning, I believe. Nope, he's just talking to him.
Just letting him know that he's here. He's watching for stuff. 2.5 to go, first half. This would, if the Dragons do fail to score here, this will be the first half that Ortley has ever been coached and not scored.
I think we're going to get one here. I really do. It's coming. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, and it's going to be a corner kick. And it's going to come right off of this, I believe. Once again, you've got Haddon and Voss, two of the taller players on the team coming in. Both Voss and Haddon scoring last week in the match. against Elkhorn.
Culver sets it in, doesn't give it a chance. Now
Over to
Voss
Bickle. Nice ball. Nice run, and I got to tell you, I got to give that
Keeper credit. That's a heck of a deal.
offsides.
Yep.
You saw exactly what they were going to do there. Having our two defensive centers up, we had only two back.
That was their opportunity.
Once again, making a threat.
We're nearing 1 minute of play.
1 minute, 1:07 to be exact.
Great little steal there. We have numbers now.
Oh. Under a minute now. So here's my bear joke. You ready? Bear and a rabbit are in the woods. Rabbit's going along, doing his business, just hopping right along. Bear's sitting there. They come in contact with one another, and the bear asks the rabbit, "Mr. Rabbit, you ever have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" You know, and the rabbit thought about it for a second and replied to the bear, "No, I really don't." So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit.
That's brilliant. I gotta tell you, if I was in the woods, I'd do the exact same thing.
You know, a rabbit's fur is quite soft and plush.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I got to tell you,
2,
Blair's got to be thrilled to get out of the half scoreless.
They do. This is a small victory. Actually, it might be a huge victory for them. This has been domination by the Dragons, yet nothing to show for it.
You got to ask yourself, though, how much do they have in their tank? You know, Frankie was not really challenged at all, and I don't have the stats on the shots on goal,
Well, it's got to be near 20.
and that's just about what we had in the entire game against Elkhorn. So,
And I'd say the possession has got to be 70% at least to the Dragons.
so it'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't foresee Gretna making many changes at all. They'll just continue to press and wear them down, is what I see happening.
I would agree. We're just going to continue to do what they do. If it's working, they're getting the looks.
Once again, we're here in Blair, Nebraska. Temperatures hovering right around the low 40s. People are bundled up. They're wearing some stocking caps and their Carhartt coats down there.
And folks up here have that stuff. I'll just tell you. It's common up here. The sun is still providing a little bit of light,
I haven't seen the sun all day.
but it will be not too long here, and it's going to be dark. The lights on, and we've got here the coaches for the Dragons down on the far end, kind of getting things together for their halftime talk.
Not sure I can even pick them up with the angle of where I'm at. Ah, there they are.
And then of course you have the players chatted up there right near the sideline and trying to self-assess, and you know they're an empowered group to try and solve some problems on their own, and Coach Ortley wants that. And then a few minutes, I'm pretty sure they'll mosey down together and put their heads together and figure out how they're going to go forward and score some goals in the second half.
So I'm just kind of looking at the Dragons lineup here, and you know, some of the extras getting some minutes. You got Caden Ruff, who's a freshman in there, getting some minutes. Of course, you got a number of sophomores as well that are starting, but are also rotating in. Cedar Moyer, who's a 10th grader who I believe he played some ODP last year. Is that correct?
Yeah, that or club. Maybe his club team was in a league that played at this time of year. Sometimes that'll happen. But he's proved to be very, very solid for us so far this season.
We're going to take a little bit of a break. Once again, this game brought to you by Swanson.
Swanson Frozen Meals, Salisbury steak, dumplings, fried chicken, cranberries, and applesauce, just like Mama used to make. You can pick that up at Dollar General, Macy's,
Check the dates, though.
Von Mar, Dillard's, and other fine clothers.
Also brought to you by Soldier Valley Spirits, local sourced grains, providing alcoholic spirits for the legal age of adults.
And also brought to you by Intestinal Fortitude. Intestinal Fortitude, it takes a little bit to be up here announcing, it takes a little bit to be down there playing, and you can pick that up, but you're going to have to go to a psychologist.
Very good.
So we don't really endorse anyone, but Intestinal Fortitude, get yours today.
And we'll be back with you in about 6 minutes. All right, getting ready for the second half. Now the Dragons will be going to the south, and the Bears will be defending the south going north.
Looks like the Dragons are same group of starters that began the game. If my eyes are correct. And here come the Bears getting their last talk from their coach and their goalkeeper. He's got to be a happy guy tonight so far.
You got a Blair Bear here that's limping right along. He looks like he might even pull the groin. He's holding that side pretty good. And Blair doesn't look to be very deep on their bench.
No, there's definitely more coaches than players over there, Jeff.
I would agree with that.
Look at the Dragon bench. They got a whole another team over there.
They got a whole nother area code over there, Brett.
They do.
Haven't seen the fans start the wave yet.
No.
I do believe that was invented here in Blair.
Yes, it was.
Back in the 1942 Blair Kenner game.
And that's typically at the 15-minute mark of the second half. So we've got 25 minutes for that. Gretna pressing right away.
They look like they have a fire lit under them. They need to make a statement here. And the name of the game is to control, possess, pass efficiently and quickly, and attack. And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Patchy going to goal.
Patchy had 3 people on his back.
We got through there. That's a good little run and a good take. Just we need a little more of that and keep things going here. So in less than a minute, the Dragons look like they're playing with a purpose here in the second.
We need to continue to win the balls out of the air. Once again, no ball boys at all to be seen.
I don't know if it's the weather or just a lack of coordination up here in Blair tonight. You know, perhaps they haven't set their clocks forward due to daylight savings.
Could be.
They'll be showing up here in another 10 minutes.
Haddon with the throw in. Bickle with a nice little stab, reverse stab at it. Ball out of bounds, goes to Blair. Blair throw in. Directly to Nate Fibbage. Cover intercepts over to Bickle. Bickle working his way right to left. Little cross, takes that corner, or takes the off the defender, and going to be a Gretna corner kick.
And the 2 big boys come up from the back line. I think we have an opportunity here, and we're not even going with the 2-man chance. We're leaving it up to Cover to put it on his foot. A good delivery. No, they do have 2 down there. Check that. So Bickle there, Cover. Cover, what's he going to do? He lets it fly in there. A little long.
Off the goal post. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Free kick to the Bears. Didn't quite see what it was there. I was zooming out. Could have been a slight pushy. Nice.
Here come the Dragons. Moving it up.
Nate Fibbage with the ball.
Good job, Rod. Keep it up, Rod.
Nice ball. Through ball. Nice save by the goalie. Also a nice defensive mark there to hinder the Fibbage from going any further into the goal. Nice ball. Great ball. Over to Jake Cover. Could not get a strong leg on it. A little bit wide. Again, pressing is the key here. They are continuing to press, and the Dragons are quite fired up.
And the crowd now, the Gretna fans who travel up here, getting into it as well, making their voices heard. And Gretna with it again. Just keep possession, keep pressing.
Get there! Again, Polly, again!
Cover decides to regroup and
Pressure, don't back up.
Malizzi making a run from the back.
There you go! There you go!
It's okay.
And the Bears,
The fans are going a little crazy. They like a little mix-up.
they get one set piece, and it's like they won the lottery up here.
See what they have here. There's still a little push and shoving going on up there. If you look at the Blair trying to push back into not a good kick at all. Cleared by Haddon.
Dragons on a run.
Jake Cover. And up to,
Can Moyer get there?
and he
He
does.
does.
My goodness, he's got some speed, doesn't he? He is like a little dynamo.
It is a quick turnaround there from free kick all the way down. Now the Dragons back in business again.
Around his kneecap.
Nate Fibbage in the corner, slices it in,
There you go.
doesn't
Get there,
make
go.
it.
Get it out, get it out, get
Come
it
on.
out.
Beat it. Yeah. Come on, Polly, turn. Come on, Polly, take
Muscle
touch.
to move. Josh Haddon can defend that.
There you go. Go, go. Go, go, go.
Nice work by Josh Haddon there, stopping the attack.
Yes. Again. Win the ball, Black.
Blair seems to be all over the place. I tell you, with all the energy they're putting into this and not a lot of substitutes, they are really using up a lot of their energy.
At some point here, that's going to have an impact.
We'll start to see some
Wide over to Cover,
hands on their knees.
inside to Bickle.
Stay on
Can he
it,
get
stay on
there?
it.
And a corner. I tell you, there's not a better player, I think, on the field of obtaining corners by just ricocheting off of defensive players than Ben Bickle.
Kind of like he ricochets trash off the trash basket at home. Most of it doesn't make it in there.
John Cover with the ball on the corner. See if we can zoom it in here a little bit.
Nice delivery. I think a Bear got on that, just tipped it enough, and Voss couldn't find it.
Be aggressive, Black. Here we go.
Patchy over to Bickle
Stay
now.
on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Go, there you go. There you go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Eat it.
That's a little retaliation right there by Ben Bickle. He gets frustrated, and he does a little bit of that. One thing it does do, it's not deliberate, and what it does do also, it gets your team to take some momentum away from the other team.
Down.
It does. So I'm not against that.
Number 20. This is the freshman.
Who's also a captain.
Good player. I'm not sure where that's going.
I wonder if he might be an OFC player. We'll have to get back to you on that.
Yep.
There you go. There you go.
We'll get back to you. We'll check with the Elias Sports Bureau and get back to you with that one.
Yes.
Probably Thursday at Plattsmouth. Our internet connection here is slow.
Very slow. I'd like to send some well wishes out to Alicia Voss, our sideline reporter. Our Dixie Cup type microphones just are not working this evening, so we're continue to have some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But we wish her the best and hope to have her back in the lineup on Thursday.
This PBS is a shoestring budget, and our network just doesn't have a lot left to allocate to high school soccer.
Over to John Cover from Fibbage. Lindsay losing the ball. Fibbage with the ball. Controls it, settles it. Looking to do something with it.
He's got two Bears on him. He's going to take it to the sideline.
Regroups.
Centers that ball up. Now Johnny Cover's got it.
Nice in by Malizi. Three games this week.
That's going to be tough. And you know what? When you have that situation, you'd like to take care of business here early enough to get some boys some rest.
Yeah, as the game goes on, we've got just under 30 minutes left in the game, I guess in regulation. You'd hate to think that this is going to go to OT. I don't predict that. We're already starting to see some Blair players cramping up.
And just think if it was actually warm out here, Jeff, it'd be even more difficult for them.
I do appreciate their effort. There's a lot of enthusiasm out there. You know that when Gretna comes to town, they're ready to play. They want to play Gretna. They want to play the best. They want to get this program turned around.
Yeah.
It's just never the soccer program here just never
Took off.
It's just never, they don't have a very strong club presence at all.
Outside.
It's just far enough away from Omaha that lucky there.
There was danger.
That was danger. And not stranger danger. That was danger.
That was danger. And then never seen a crowd cheer more for an opponent mistake, but they're excited. And here comes Gretna. Just like that, we're back to how it should be. The Dragons on the run. Actually just got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Over to Bickle from Patchy. Bickle looking to send it in and nearly had it, and appears to be another goal. Corner kick. Corner kick. Just under 28 minutes. Score is still 0-0. See if I can zoom in on this a little bit to see if we can get
Cover. Here comes the kick.
Get out of there, guys. Get it out of there.
Cleared by Blair. To Malizi. Malizi pushing forward. Takes a shot. Why not?
Oh, not a bad look there.
You know, Malizia as a freshman had one of those in the state last year that actually was just a rocket.
It was. It was at the perfect time, if I recall that.
One of those type of memories that he'll never forget, I know. Fibbage looking for room and space here. Loses the ball momentarily. Several Dragons there to mop that up.
26 minutes to go in the ball game.
Again, Gretna continues just to play their game. Pressing, pressing, pressing. It's not a matter of effort, and it's not a matter of not having a few good looks. Give some credit to their goalie. Their goalie seems to be pretty agile, and he is making saves. But I think that's got to be taking a toll mentally on him.
Probably. And I would say if we get below the 20-minute mark here tied, the nerves, we'll see what Gretna does, if they stay calm or if they start to tighten up a bit.
Gretna yet to sub in this half. Don't see any panic on the sidelines whatsoever, which is good.
Dragons on the run. This is a common look.
Oh, Patchy going inside and another corner. I don't know how many corners. We need to be probably keeping tabs on that.
It's
Stats on
got
that.
to be about 7.
Oh, yeah, at least. I'm just thinking maybe even close to
10.
10 maybe.
Let's see if we can do something with this.
Zoom in a little bit here and see if we can get the ball to find the net.
Looks like the Bears are going to sub. This might be the first sub of the half for them for sure. I don't know where it is in the game, but they can't have more than 2 or 3. Cover now.
Ball
Sends it in.
long. Unfortunate.
Just unfortunate.
Little miscommunication there, I think. It is Gretna's ball.
Come on, move!
Now the Dragons give up a little turnover there, but looks like they're going to get it back.
Could have been called a handball, but nevertheless, it's a throw into the Dragons. Voss to Haddon to Voss. Voss to Fibbage, loses it and kicks it out of bounds. So Gretna ball once again. I think that's Lindsay throwing the ball in.
I mean, in my opinion, Jeff, Gretna has really looked good tonight. Definitely better than the first game. They just can't score any goals. The way they possessed and moved it has been very sharp.
Yeah, the game plan's solid. We're definitely more athletic than they are. But once again, Blair has nothing to lose. I don't know what their schedule entails this week, or how many games they have. This could be the only game they have all week. I'm not sure.
They do have one Thursday.
Okay.
I believe it might be Bennington.
Okay. And depending on the weather on Friday, we're scheduled to play Pius at home. That game could be moved to Lincoln due to Pius having a turf field.
So stay tuned to your local PBS station for updates on that throughout the week.
Bickle making a run over to Fibbage. Not exactly what he wanted to do. I'm sorry, that was Cover. Blair trying to make quite a run here. Fibbage breaks that up. And it will be Blair's ball. Wish you folks could see what I see. I've got this camera halfway out the window and supported so it doesn't fall out the window by some rope that is attached to the door. So yours truly, along with my best sidekick I've ever had here in the booth,
Yep.
Brett Bickle, making the best of it. Shot just wide. Just wide on that shot. 22 minutes and 3 seconds left in regulation. First sub, it looks like, for the Dragons. Fibbage goes out. And Zapata comes in.
Yeah, we left that side of the field wide open.
Little miscommunication there, I think.
Not happening against one of the best backs in the state. Haddon covers it, and Blair will set up in the throw-in.
Just a little tap out there to regroup, get his team settled down. Number 9 for Blair, throwing the ball in.
If I remember this kid can throw it.
He's a freshman now. Excuse me. No, he's a left
Junior.
A junior, and he does have a long ball. Strong kid. Little communication there. Nice, nice.
Dragons come out of there with it.
Wants to.
Trying to catch Bickle on the opposite side.
It was Jake Cover making that cross over to Zapata. Back to Bickle. Deflected by Bickle to Malizi. To John Cover. Back to Bickle, looking for something, maybe a give and go, not quite there. Over to Malizi, making the run to Zapata, a little push. They'll call it every single time.
You gotta play the ball.
You got to keep your arms on someone's back. Sure that'll be addressed. Some nice combinations on that, though. Blair to kick it in.
You know, depending on how this one shakes out, Jeff, and obviously a lot of time left, and the way we're pushing here, we'd expect to get a goal or two yet, but you wonder what Coach Ortley would feel about, you know, what his thoughts are around the value that you get out of a game like this. You know, maybe learning some patience, you know, sticking with what you do. Here we go.
Nice up ball to Bickle. Working that right side, crosses it. Unfortunately, not anybody there. I do like the non-call on that the ref's letting them play a little bit. They know it's a tight game. There's going to be some physicalness going on. Nothing cheap by any means. I don't see any cheap shots. Bickle. Oh, unfortunate. Had a little room, a little real estate to work there.
We could have got by that and got to that ball. I think, you know, they could have had a good chance in there. A little layback.
Instead, it's a goal kick for the Bears. Again, Gretna continues to win balls out of the air. Let's see if that continues here.
It does. Moyer on the spot. And
Speed
quickly
devil.
they're going.
Over to Bickle. Oh, that's all right. Had a nice little run there. Throwing to the Dragons. Looks like that Malizi's going to take that throw in. Nice big throw in into John Cover. Over to Bickle. Back to Cover. Lots of room there to work with. Looking to penetrate.
A lot of players.
Over to Malizi.
Now
Scratch
Bickle.
that, Bickle. Looking for the ball to go out. It's not going to go out. So Bickle picks it up and drives.
Yes!
And there's a goal.
There it is.
There's a goal. The first goal of the match.
Bickle with a nice play along the side, laid it up in. Was that Cover?
It appears to be John
John
Cover.
Cover. Two seniors. Bickle to Cover. And Gretna breaks through, and that's really kind of what they needed there now. And they can rest a little bit easier, keep it going, but take a little breath here.
You know, that was something that needed to be done as far as just building some confidence. And you have to feel a little bit of the air come out of the stadium a little bit.
Now Gretna once more.
Fans don't like it, but they don't know their soccer here. Apparently, that is.
Apparently, they don't. They must. This is not Tiddlywinks, folks.
The concession stand will be closing soon. They have half-price hot dogs.
Half-price hot dogs. I didn't get a chance to get a hot dog.
The line was too long.
Well, they just didn't have anybody working the. I felt like I was at Walmart.
Like a lot being at Disneyland, hour and a half wait for a dog. I'm sure it's a good dog, but we don't have an hour and a half in a game like this.
I don't. And they were out of chili. The chili, they said, looked like it was bad, so they tossed it. They tossed the black bean chili.
Sometimes you try to be smart. I have seen the Food Safety Administration stop by these concession stands, and it is not a pretty sight when they do.
Well, you know, you don't want people going home with salmonella.
You sure don't.
That salmonella is not good.
Hey, let's go. Come on, let's do something, huh?
Blair fans, they
Not showing a lot of love to the visiting team of Gretna.
they don't they believe the pushy is not so good, and they don't understand that, you know, shoulder to shoulder, rubbin's racing. That's how it's done in soccer.
Their freshman superstar, number 20, is cramping up considerably. I don't think he's come out of the game. So they're riding him like a nickel point pony right now. Nice ball. Little give and go up to Zapata. Zapata crosses. Handball in the box. Should have been called. Was not called. Out of bounds. Ball to Gretna. Hadn't to throw it in. Trying to find who to throw it into. Makes a nice long ball. Once again, another throw in. Kicked out by the Blair Bear defenseman. Hadn't to throw it again once again. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I'm obstructed on the right-hand side. I can't get down to the corner, so we apologize for that. Haddon to Cover, Haddon back to Cover. You can tell that Blair is stacking it in there now. Outsides have been open.
I don't know what the spread is on this game. I'm assuming it's much more than it is right now, so it looks like the Bears are playing the cover. And they wanted to push in the back there. Honestly, they could have got back. They could have found it.
Call the pushing, maybe.
Got to let the referees do their job.
You can spectate, coach, or ref. You can't do 2 or 3, Jeff.
Couldn't agree more. Overall, I think the ref has done a nice job of controlling the game.
Well, I just like to say to these parents out there, are they perfect with every decision in their life? I'd probably say no.
No.
Soccer, another example where it's a microcosm of your life. Mistakes, adversity, success, down in the dauber sometimes. You win some, you lose some. Win one for the Gipper. You know,
A lot of life skills to be taught, for sure. And setting a good example by being a good fan should be one of them.
it should.
Gretna throwing the ball over to John Cover, who's going to kick it, pass it over. No, he's going to keep that ball.
He wins it there. Kohler.
He's looking for somebody, and he's going to try to hit Bickle, but unfortunately can't quite get to him. It's okay.
So we're just under 14 minutes to go. The Dragons lead 1-0. And hasn't looked like we thought it might in terms of goals scored, but I feel the Dragons will hang in here, and yeah, they can get 1 or 2 more maybe, but if they don't, they get out of here with 1-0. That's fine. It's still a win. Get on the airplane and head back to Gretna.
Short flight.
Not much time to think about the game and reflect.
It's a 2-county flight.
It is a 2-county flight, and those are simple yet complex.
Pull up, defense, pull
You know,
up.
I'm just sensing a little chippiness going on here, and it could get a little worse. Nice cross. Unfortunately, nobody there. Ball kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be
Dragon throw, right?
Gretna ball. See if we get ourselves a long ball in. Looks like that Malizi's going to throw it in. Nope, he's going to throw it fairly short over to Cover.
That's a good guy to throw it to. He gets it back.
He's got 3 players on him, and yet he doesn't
Away
know.
with it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, unfortunate. He wanted
He was
that
getting
one.
ready to let that one go. You can see that might be an example right there where Blair, number 9, he's limping, he's trying to run for that ball. They're running out of steam at this point.
They really are. You see a lot of hands on the knees, hands on the hips. Little throwback Monday here. Believe it or not, back in my day, I was stitched up on the football field on the sidelines here at the stadium. Not sure they would do that anymore.
No.
I was stitched up by
Down the side.
Dr. Fitzgibbons on my ankle.
Space.
Someone decided to shank me in the ankle. Oh, the ball was there. Unfortunate. And there it is. Ball ricochets. And, oh my goodness. It doesn't get much closer than that.
It doesn't.
Felt like a pinball wizard in that. 3 attempts at the goal and didn't come away with one. However, we do have a corner kick.
I'll tell you what, I want to kudos to that keeper tonight. He's been excellent in everything.
Come on, man. Come on.
He's playing at a very high level. Oh, Bickle gets his pocket picked a little bit, but he's trying to win the ball back. And oh, nice little through ball. Oh my goodness, here we go. Really could have had that one.
Let's go, Blair. You got one more strong. Up, 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 up. Get up, get up.
20's cramping down
Get
there.
up.
Parents are telling him to get up, and my goodness, the boy's cramping. Once you put down that hot dog, and you'd probably cramp up.
Allie, come on, man.
Trainer's gonna come over and take a look. He is definitely just cramping up, and Blair players are looking to get a little wah-wah in them if they can. They're regrouping back by the goalie, getting a game plan together. It's a good time to take a commercial break.
This time out on the field brought to you by Beans and Franks. Beans and Franks, you love them as a kid, you love them as adults. Beans and Franks, pick them up at your local Walgreens or Cub Foods today.
But don't get the beans above the Franks. That's just a little life lesson there, boys and girls. Now back to you in the booth. Once again, score is 1-0 Gretna. We are 10.5 minutes left in regulation. We had a injured player, their star player, number 20, who is a freshman, Caden Anderson, 9th grader, also the captain of this Blair Bear team. He is out due to cramping, trying to stretch things out on the sideline, so we'll see what they're going to do here. Throw in Blair, and they nicely give the ball to our keeper since we kicked it out of bounds for their injured player. Ball to Haddon to Malizi, Malizi looks to put it back to Haddon, back to Malizi, who's pressing the ball up. Nice little ball.
Pressure. Come on. Get him.
7 is who is 7? 7 is Patrick Long. My bad, Patrick Long.
Got one.
Nice little hustle there by senior Nate Fibbich, soon to be on his way to Bellevue College, along with 2 other teammates here.
Come on, quick, quick.
Throw in to the Bears. Bickle fighting hard for that ball. Haddon clears it over to Zapata, back to Bickle, who's pressing, looking for somebody to upfield.
Just take it. How far can he go? A little touch.
That could be called. He definitely had his legs up off the ground. Bickle wanted the call, didn't get it. Rarely will get the call when you throw your hands up in the air.
Yeah, that's not going to work for you most nights out.
And once again, a corner kick to the Dragons. Bickle short. John Cover at the flag. See what they decide to do here. If they go short, or if they're going to put it in play. Give you a little better. It looks like they go short. Over to Bickle, who's going up to the
on the line.
Oh, nice. Just a little whiff, unfortunately, by senior Nate Fibbich, number 8.
Is it a corner again?
Appears to be a corner again.
The Dragons love that little play.
Dipsy doodle, I like to call it.
Dipsy doodle. Get Bickle to the end line, let him carry it down there, and slot it back in. It's been kind of a staple for the last couple of years.
It has for Bickle. He has mastered that. I think they're going to go long on this one.
Yep.
Head ball. Goal.
It's in there.
I'm thinking that goal was a header by Fibbich.
It looks like it was. So Nathan Fibbich gives the Dragons a 2-0 lead, which is great, but also the most dangerous lead in soccer.
We've said it before, folks. You don't want to be the most dangerous team is someone that's down 2 goals. Just under 8 minutes left in regulations. 2-0. Gretna again on the attack, controlling the ball nicely, working both sides of the field.
Here's the question, Jeff. At what point? I mean, you're up 2-0. You've been very dominant. You know, the Bears haven't really threatened. At what point does Tyler start to say, "Yeah, let's go ahead and get my runners out of this game and get some boys a little bit of rest for their legs, considering we have 2 more games this week"?
I think you'll see
maybe
that.
Maybe a 3-minute mark, 4-minute mark.
I think you'll see maybe that. Especially if we were able to get one more quick goal, that's going to happen no matter what. At the same time, I think he's trying to build confidence here. We said it earlier, just a matter of wearing down Blair. Nice take.
Excellent. Coach Tyler Ortlieb over there. He's got to play it off the bench. He's starting to look at the sub options now and see what he's going to do. Have we subbed in the second half, Jeff?
I don't believe we have. No, every starter is still in there. No, I take that back. Zapata came in.
You're right. Correct. Check that. Check that.
So, Coach Ortlieb doing a little switcheroo. He's going to put freshman number 10, Stephen Moyer, is going to go to that right forward spot. I didn't see who came in. I didn't check to see who came in. Cover's still in. Both Covers are in. Zapata is still in. Fibbich is in. I don't know who. Oh, you know what? It's somebody, a defensive left back. I don't have a number for you, Brett. 18. I think that's Ruff. Isn't that Ruff?
He's 29.
He's 29.
18 is Lindsay, isn't it?
Is it Lindsay?
Yeah.
Well, then he's the same.
Lindsay.
Ball to Cover. 2 men on him. Gets rid of it. Over to Fibbich. Back to Cover. Looking to press. In the long. Over to Moyer. Got to watch his speed, and they're respecting that speed. And look, that could have been a corner, but no, you kept it in bounds.
5 minutes to go.
Oh, that's a deliberate push.
Oh, not saying we haven't gotten away with them. When you outstretch your arms like that right in front of the referee, they're going to call it every time.
They're going to call it.
He did it like 20 minutes ago, but that's all right.
Got some bad fans down there, I'm not going to lie. Just not real soccer knowledgeable, some of these fans.
They know they're hot dogs, but not their soccer.
You know, little kids are around. I'm not sure that's the best example. Not the way I would parent, but that's okay. To each their own.
Let's face it, Jeff. In today's day and age, most families are run by the kids.
Some truth of that, folks. All right, Voss over to the goalie, Brendan Frankie, who is, I believe, all conference last year. And been a starter pretty much since the second half of his freshman year. Be interested to see where he goes to play. I wouldn't be surprised maybe. Oh, there's a trip. Play on, he says. I wouldn't be surprised if he joins his brother at Bellevue. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
We will.
It's getting physical out there. And the ref wants to just settle this down a little bit. Coach Stoltenberg, I'll tell you, he fires his team up. He is a competitor. Has been since his high school days. Played at Hastings as well. Played with Ortlieb there. Jake Ridpath, a former Gretna Dragon who won a national championship his senior year at Hastings. So some familiar faces to the city and the club, and glad to have those guys back.
It's a good-looking staff over there.
Just
Most of those guys could probably be in Esquire magazine.
Zapata. Nice cross. Looking at, oh, handball
That's the second one they haven't called.
in the box. A handball not called for the second time. Not quite sure why.
More with some space.
Oh, that's a. I tell you, Patrick Long.
He's had two header opportunities.
He did, and he decided to use his chest on both.
He'll get there on that.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Again, he's a sophomore.
He wanted it. He was working it hard.
Oh, not a kick that I think the goalie really wanted. Moyer fighting for it.
Wyatt.
20's down again. Just cramping like no other. That's a nice ball. And it's going to be a corner. I saw it was defended nicely by number 11 for Blair. Nate Fibbage was running on that left-hand side.
1 minute to go. We call time. Number 20 down again. At this point, if I'm the Blair coach, I'm just getting the young freshman off the field.
Allie, 1 minute, come on.
I mean, that's ridiculous. This kid's cramping up. You don't yell at him to stay on there another minute, Dan. Matter of fact, I'd bring him off to the short side here, get him on the track, and let him walk himself over as slowly as he can. That's a smart play.
I would agree. Well, once again, it's a corner kick. Let's see if we can connect with just under a minute left in the match. Oh, and it is a goal. He waves it off. I'm not sure who shot that or who headed that. If that was Voss, I think it might have been Voss. It's okay. Clock continues to run. Just under 40 seconds left. Gretna pretty much has this in the bag. Really no need to press anymore.
Just hold that ball.
Just control it, show some good sport here. Send it back to the goalie. Voss decides to push it forward. It's going to be a Gretna ball with under 10 seconds.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there you have it, Jeff. Another victory for the Dragons. Coach Ortlieb goes to 2-0 after a 2-0 win here in Blair.
Yeah, I think he's got to be fairly happy. You know, there's a lot of good things to take away from this game. A lot of shots on goal, a lot of corner kicks. Possession was definitely, the possession arrow was to the Dragons. Still probably need to work a little bit on finishing. You know, corner kicks, some set design plays I know he's got in place there. Need to maybe try to execute a little bit more on that. But overall, you know, it's, again, second game. We all know that this is a very short season, and getting into the spring high school soccer, you really only have a couple weeks to get together. And with the way the conditions of the field, with the weather, didn't get outside a whole lot.
And, you know, now you get yourself in a position here, play on some bad grass the first couple of games, and now you'll head down to Plattsmouth on Thursday where they have get on some nice field turf. It could be an interesting night for weather, so that's good.
It'll be faster.
The Dragons have typically had their way at Plattsmouth over the years, including last year. So we'll look for a good one down there on Thursday, and then it gets interesting Friday with Pius. That'll probably, I would suspect, maybe the toughest test for the Dragons so far this season.
I would agree, and probably will be one of the tougher games before going into a district play at some point. We'll have Scott coming up yet to play. Don't play Elkhorn South. We already took care of Elkhorn Antlers. So anyway, glad to bring this game to you. Brought to you once again by
Swanson Frozen Meals.
Gotta love them. Get them where you can. All right, folks. Well, this is going to end our broadcast for this game this Monday night, March 25th. Again, the Dragons outscore the Bears 2-0 on this match, and we will see you this coming Thursday in Plattsmouth.
We'll see you down there, folks. In the meantime, drive safely out there.
I'm Jeff Haddon for Brett Bickle. Have a good night.